Welcome to today's discussion. I'm Claire, and I'll be leading the conversation on the latest news stories.
And I'm Alan. We'll be diving into the details of these stories and exploring their implications.
The U.S. has paused visa appointments globally as part of President Donald Trump's broader immigration crackdown. This move involves staff training on stricter applicant screening.
So, what exactly does this pause mean for applicants? Are their interviews just delayed, or are they being canceled outright?
According to the reports, applicants with scheduled interviews have been told their appointments were canceled, but there's no clear timeline for when these might be rescheduled.
That's quite uncertain for those applicants. Do we know what's driving this stricter screening process?
The reports indicate it's part of the Trump administration's efforts to strengthen visa screening, likely in response to concerns about immigration.
I see. And how does this fit into the broader context of Trump's immigration policies?
This is part of a larger crackdown on immigration during Trump's second term, which includes various measures to scrutinize legal immigration and visa applicants more closely.
That's interesting. So it's not just about border control, but also about legal immigration pathways.
Exactly. The Trump administration is taking a comprehensive approach to immigration reform.
I've come across a story about a Republican candidate in Alaska sharing the same name as the incumbent Senator Dan Sullivan. Can you explain what's happening there?
Yes, a candidate named Dan J. Sullivan, who goes by Dan Sullivan, has advanced to the general election. This creates an interesting dynamic because of Alaska's ranked choice voting system.
That's a unique situation. How might this name similarity affect the election, especially with ranked choice voting?
Well, the reporting suggests that this could add complexity to the race, as voters will need to carefully distinguish between the two candidates when ranking their preferences.
So it's potentially confusing for voters. Are there any other factors at play in this Alaska Senate race that we should be aware of?
The articles mention that this will be one of the most closely watched races this fall, indicating its significance nationally.
There's been some buzz around President Trump suggesting renaming Lake Ontario to Lake America. What's the story behind this?
Apparently, Trump floated this idea amid escalating trade tensions with Canada. The proposal has been met with resistance from Canadians.
Renaming a major geographical feature like that seems like a significant move. Do we know what motivated Trump's suggestion?
The reports tie it to the intensifying trade war between the U.S. and Canada, with both countries imposing tariffs on each other's products.
I see. So it's more of a symbolic gesture in the context of trade disputes, rather than a serious proposal for renaming.
That's right. Canadians have rejected the idea, viewing it as empty rhetoric amid the trade tensions.
There's been a new lawsuit filed by Democratic-controlled states challenging Trump's executive order on mail voting in the midterms. Can you walk me through this?
Sure. About 25 Democratic-controlled states have filed a lawsuit against Trump's order, which they argue limits mail voting in this year's midterms.
What are the main arguments being made by these states in their challenge?
The states are suing the U.S. Postal Service, claiming that Trump's order interferes with mail voting processes.
This isn't the first time there have been disputes over mail voting. How does this latest lawsuit fit into the broader context of voting rights debates?
It's part of an ongoing struggle between Democratic states, which tend to support expanded mail voting, and the Trump administration, which has expressed concerns about the potential for voter fraud.
Let's shift gears to a story about Meta reaching a significant settlement over social media addiction claims. What are the details there?
Meta has agreed to a $17 billion settlement with 47 states over claims related to teens' social media addiction on its Facebook and Instagram platforms.
That's a massive settlement. What specific changes is Meta agreeing to make as part of the settlement?
The company will implement stronger child safety measures on its platforms, though the exact details of these measures aren't clear from the reports.
So this settlement is not just about the financial penalty, but also about Meta's future practices regarding child safety.
Exactly. It's a landmark agreement that could set a precedent for how social media companies handle child safety issues.
As we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear there are several significant stories unfolding across different domains.
Indeed, from immigration policies to social media regulations, these stories highlight the complex issues facing the U.S. and global communities today. That's all for today's episode. Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye.